Two teams that know that right now are the Yankees and the Orioles. The battle goes on for first place in the American League East. And in the first two games, it's been about the home run. It's been about stars shining. Tonight, it continues. Game 3. It'll be on the mound. Joe Saunders' third start for the Orioles. CC Sabathia makes the start for the Yankees. All we can say is, rain, rain, go away. We got baseball to play. Next on Next. It's the Orioles on Masson, and here at Camden Yards, the Orioles and Yankees hoping to get this Game 3 in, as they have split the first two, and the two keep going from tied for first to the Yankees up by 1, which is where we will start tonight, hopefully. Right now, the teams are in the dugouts. The starting pitchers went to the bullpen to warm up. It has rained this afternoon. Tarp has been on the field. They took it off about an hour ago, and just a moment ago, it started to rain a little bit harder, so we'll see what Mother Nature has in mind. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles and the Yankees, obviously a very big series. Another big house sellout crowd on hand here tonight to watch this game. And the questions continue about how the Orioles are getting this done. We try and give you some of the answers here during this Yankees series. For one thing, since the All-Star break, this Orioles team has been a very different ball club in virtually every aspect. Look at the numbers since the All-Star break and the changes that have made. The record 32-21, second best in the American League. Perhaps that fielding percentage, the biggest surprise of all. This is the team that still ranks last in the American League in fielding, yet they are third since the All-Star break. The errors committed, those two, third fewest. The home runs, they are tied for third since the All-Star break with 73. The starter ERA and the bullpen ERA, both fifth in the American League in the so-called second half of the season. For most of that, except for the bullpen, those are dramatic improvements, Mike Bordick, from what we saw in the first half, and obviously have given the Orioles the chance to get into this race.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Great improvements since the All-Star break. But I think, individually, I think there are so many players on the Orioles team that can have success on the field, but collectively they've all come together since the All-Star break. Obviously, the addition of Nick Markakis coming back from the All-Star break, but the defense has helped the starting pitching. That's why those numbers are so much better. Bullpen has been there all year long. But everybody playing so well, that's why they're having so much success.
All right, we'll see whether or not that continues tonight. The players have taken the field. Looks like we're going to get this started on time, even with the raindrops coming down. When we come back, we'll kick it off. Game 3, O's and Yankees. To you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. Let's take a look at our train game time temperature as we get set to go in this game 3. 70 degrees. Temperature really dropped today from the mid-90s. There's very little breeze blowing, and it's raining hotter right now than it has for the last couple of hours. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Starting lineup brought to you by Dodge. Joe Girardi's Yankees in first place by a game. Jeter, Swisher, Teixeira's back. Rodriguez, Cano, and Martin. Jones, Ichiro, and Nix. Derek Jeter this season most in the majors with 186 hits. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup.
And here's tonight's scouting report for Joe Saunders' September success. So yeah, it's a big reason why Dan Duquette brought Joe over here. Since 2008 is 12-4 in the month of September, and is coming off a great start in Toronto where he retired 17 Blue Jay batters in a row. Getting ahead, that's a big key for Joe tonight against this very patient and veteran Yankee lineup. And up and down, he has the ability to get ground balls with his two-seam fastball and his changeup down in the zone, but he can also elevate with his fastball and get some fly ball outs. He had 13 fly ball outs against Toronto.
So Saunders is ready to go. Two left-handers doing battle in this game, Saunders and Sabathia. Jeter stands in, fooled on the first pitch. Jeter with a 4-game hit streak, ready to rumble. The crowd certainly is, as they arrived early and have been here through the rain. Neither team got out on the field to take batting practice or infield, and the tarp taken off just in time to get ready for the game. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That'll bounce away, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Jeter. Saunders, a magnificent outing in his last start for the Orioles, as he went 5 2/3 innings of perfect baseball in that last start. 1-1 delivery is going to go to the hole. No play here. That'll be another infield hit for the league leader in that department, Derek Jeter.
Yeah, there's going to be some concern, obviously, too, with the wet surface. J.J. Hardy couldn't get a great grip on that ball. Here's a look at the Orioles defense tonight. Lou Ford getting the start in left field. Jones in center, Markakis in right. Machado and Reynolds on the corners. Hardy at short. Robert Andino getting another start at second base. And Taylor Teagarden filling in for Matt Wieters behind the plate.
That'll bring up Nick Swisher, the switch hitting right fielder in this ball game, with Teixeira back at first. 0 for 7 in the series, 0 for his last 19 at the plate. Average down to 261. He'll take the pitch for a strike. Saunders out of Virginia Tech, the only active Major League Baseball player from Virginia Tech right now. Drafted a 12th overall by the Angels 2002. Missed the 03 season with a shoulder injury and surgery. Ball is popped up in the infield to shortstop. Hardy's got it lined up into the raindrops and puts it away.
Another fly ball out from Saunders. Starting off right. Take a look at Joe Saunders bouncing back. That first start against the White Sox, it was a tough outing. 5 1/3, 10 hits, 6 earned runs. Made some mistakes up in the zone. Gave up a bunch of knocks. Look at that, 10 hits. Last start, though, in Toronto, he did get the win, 6 1/3, just 3 hits. Couple balls, base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. But really executed that high fastball well in the last outing. I mentioned 13 fly ball outs.
So here's Teixeira as the Yankees get back their first baseman. The left calf injury has kept him out of 10 ball games. Tried to come back Thursday, again yesterday, and finally yesterday everything felt fine, and he's back in the lineup for him. He left having 6 hits in his last 23 at-bats. Joe Girardi starts to get some of the injured players back that can only help. And obviously Teixeira both with a glove in the bat. 1-1 delivery with a runner at first base, and that ball will be taken down low. Teixeira, switch hitter, 274 right-handed, 243 left. He's hit 23 home runs. 10 have come from the right side, 13 from the left side of the plate. He is a tough guy to strike out. Only 80 Ks and 51 walks. Back to the bag is Jeter.
Well, Teixeira Came out yesterday and was running the bases and tried to talk Joe Girardi into starting him in last night's ball game, but they said no, we'll push you back to today. But pretty risky decision with the rain and the wet surface.
2-1 delivery on the way. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I thought maybe with the conditions the way they are, they might pull Teixeira out, but I don't think Teixeira was going to allow his name to be taken off that lineup card.
I don't either.
He has just been chomping at the bit, in his words, to get back into the lineup. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Saunders delivery to him, and he'll foul that one off. With and without him, as you would expect, not as good without. 117 games played, 69-48 without him, and 21 they were 9-12. Runs per game about the same, batting average a bit different. On base percentage down a little bit, but as we've said, it's an overall presence that he brings that really matters. And the off-speed pitch just missed.
Yeah, real good changeup right there from Saunders. Talked about that two-seam fastball, threw a nice low and backed it up. Real good changeup right there down in the zone.
First inning has been a tough one for Saunders this season. He's given up 14 first inning runs, and Jeter back to the bag. Saunders, of course, acquired from the Diamondbacks. Matt Lidstrom, the Orioles bullpen right-hander, part of that deal with the Diamondbacks. And Saunders, not a good first start, but a terrific second start. Teixeira in the air to right center field. That's why you want him in the lineup. That ball's going to take a hop off the wall. Jeter will make the turn at third. They got a shot at the plate. He's not coming. Again, the wet surface playing a part of that. Jeter had a tiptoe coming around third to stay off the grass. So Teixeira returns with a double.
Well, this pitch up and out over. Teixeira doesn't miss it. Drives it in the gap. Great play on the end by Adam Jones. Take a look at this. Bare hands it. Gets it right back into the infield. Derek Jeter has to hold up because of the great defensive play by Adam Jones.
Teixeira chugs in, and there are two in scoring position with only one away. Nissan's bottom line sales event going on now. Hurry in today. Big savings. Visit choosenissan.com to test drive at your local dealer. Bottom line event ends October 1. Here's A-Rod. 11-game hit streak, and all of a sudden this Yankee team looks different. It just looks different. When you insert Teixeira back in there, what we were talking about, how it affects the whole lineup, and you get A-Rod back in.
Well, you're right. A couple different ways. Like you had mentioned, just the presence of A-Rod and Teixeira in the lineup. But the fact that I think a lot of the Yankees hitters put a lot of added pressure on themselves to try to pick up that extra slack with A-Rod and Teixeira missing.
Little meeting now. Teagarden doing the catching. Wieters getting the night off. Making sure the infield's going to play back. The Orioles will take the out on a ground ball rather than worry about the run at third base. A-Rod, 11-game hit streak. He continued it in the ball game last night, getting his 16th home run of the year. 0-1 count on him. Saunders pitch a fastball into the screen, and the Oriole left-hander gets ahead of the cleanup batter.
Well, that's going to be a key. Definitely trying to get ahead.
Saunders has really struggled with runners in scoring position. Opponents' batting average is .328 this year in these situations. Very high number. Rodriguez, though, in the hole. Well, he's got a chance to throw a couple of pitches out of the strike zone. Teagarden asks for the timeout, and again trying to get together here on the signs. These two have not obviously had an opportunity to work together much this season.
Yeah, trying to find out what Joe Saunders really wants to do. Obviously, Taylor Teagarden has a plan in his head, and talking to Matt Wieters about how to pitch Joe Saunders, but a lot of weapons he can use right now. He's got a nice swing and miss breaking ball. Seen him have success with elevating the fastball. A-Rod doesn't chase many bad pitches, but being up 0-2, he can try to expose him to some different looks.
Rodriguez, 231 with runners in scoring position on the season. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Saunders, and that'll miss just inside. So right away we get one of those big moments in the ball game here in the first inning with one down, and the Yankees with two on, and Saunders, obviously a strikeout here would be big. Anything, keep that ball in the infield or less. A-Rod will try and loft one out to the outfield. 1-2 delivery to him. Breaking ball again. That will miss down low, but that's what we were talking about. A couple of pitches. See if he'll go after.
That's right. See if he'll chase. Give him a couple different looks. Let him mix up, his repertoire. Is a good changeup. You saw that breaking ball right there down in the dirt.
A-Rod is 7 for 14 with 2 home runs lifetime off Joe Saunders. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to him. A-Rod, 1 after 1 up and away. It'll stay at 2-2.
Got to be careful. Got to execute the pitches. Saw Wei-Yin Chen last night. He pitched really well. Only made a few mistakes, but every mistake that he did make got hit hard. That pitch right there, Teegarden wanted in, and ended up floating out over the upper part of the zone.
Jeter at third base. Teixeira is at second. Here's the 2-2 again. A-Rod off the fist. Fights this one back and holds that count even. A real battle. Rodriguez coming back off the DL really has provided them with some punch at the plate in a hurry. It didn't take him very long to get back into the swing of it, including the home run he picked up last night. 2-2 the count. Again, that one's going to go to left. An atom ball. Ford is there. Runner tags. Jeter coming. Throw will come to the cutoff man all the way through. Teegarden blocks it. So an RBI for Rodriguez on the sacrifice fly, scoring Jeter. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
Well, I think Joe Saunders, Buck Showalter, and the Orioles would trade that out for 1 run as opposed to a big inning. That's why they're playing that inning or the infield back in that situation earlier in the ball game. Just reaches out. Fly ball. Derek Jeter just sees it up in the air, goes back and tags right away. See that ball skip away, though, in the infield. You got to be concerned about that. The wet surface, and even out behind short and second where they dumped the tarp, there's some wet areas on the field.
Rodriguez's 49th RBI of the season, his 3rd sacrifice fly. Teixeira could not move up, so he remains at second base for Robinson Cano. 2 down. Cano will take the pitch for a ball. Cano's had a 2 for 11 lifetime off Saunders. Cano against the lefties this year, hitting just .221 and .352 off right-handers. Outfield's pretty much straight away. Rain is all but stopped now. 1-0 delivery. Good pitch. Got inside to him. 1-1.
Well, that was a really good fastball from Saunders. That little two-seamer with late life on the end. Right under the hands of Cano.
You want to be around 16, 17 pitches per inning. That's what you're looking for if you're going by the major league average. You'd love to be lower than that, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 21, quite a bit for the first inning. But in this situation, too, where you talk about the September where they can expand the rosters a little bit, there are a couple arms down in that bullpen that can give Buck Showalter some length if the pitch count does get elevated early in the ballgame.
Cano with a 1-1. And takes kind of a golf cut at that one. That pitch he had no chance on, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, he was just thinking about swinging the whole way, and when the ball got about halfway and saw that it was going to be down in the zone, tried to hold up. Don't see Robinson Cano take many swings like that.
Teixeira's off second base. 1-2 delivery to Cano, and he'll chop it to first. Played there by Reynolds. And Saunders works his way out of what could have been a much bigger inning for the Yankees. They get a run on a couple of hits, no errors. A base runner left on. Orioles lineup coming up. That's a pretty good effort by Saunders to get out of that inning, giving up only one. Now the Orioles will be working against Sabathia. Take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Markakis, Andino, Hardy, Jones, Reynolds, and Ford. Machado, Tollison gets the start as the DH, and Teagarden behind the plate. Last 4 games, the Orioles' third baseman has been red hot at the plate.
And here's tonight's scouting report for CC Sabathia. He is a workhorse. Last 5 years, 230 or more innings. This year, just 163 because of a couple stints in the DL, but his last 3 starts, 7 or more innings. Pounds the zone, has a nice live fastball that'll top out about 95, but it's a real good slider. That's his pitch. He can throw for strikes, and it's his put-away pitch. And he's an athlete at 6'7", 315 pounds. He can get off the mound well and field his position.
So Sabathia will work here to Markakis, Andino, and Hardy. And Markakis goes after the first pitch and fouls it away. 297. He's flirting with that 300 mark daily now as Markakis continues to put up the big numbers in the leadoff spot for the Orioles. He's had only a 1 for 9 so far in this series. Here's the 0-1 delivery on the way to him, and that's going to miss inside for a ball.
Look at Matt Wieters, who's caught 8 days in a row. Talking to Taylor Teagarden on the bench, even though he has an off day, still has to work with the backup catcher. How he's going to maximize Joe Saunders' effort.
And that pitch will be taken down low. As is true for Saunders, so is it true for Sabathia. The first inning has been a tough one for him. He's given up 16 earned runs in the first inning. So the Orioles like to get that started right away. Markakis, a .235 hitter off him with 1 home run lifetime. 2-1 delivery, and that'll be fouled back into the screen, evening the count up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sabathia 2-1 against the Orioles on the season. The Orioles have been able to get pretty good numbers against him this year. I'd like to continue that here at Camden Yards. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and got him. Inside corner fastball.
Nick Markakis questioning that call right there. CC Sabathia certainly doesn't need any help. A fastball that locks him up, and it does catch the inside corner there. Pretty good pitch from CC. CC doesn't need much help. Great veteran pitcher, and certainly has great success here at Camden Yards. Actually 16-3 overall here at
Big number. And that pitch will be taken. Robert Andino's coming in with a power bat. 4 home runs at home this season, and of late he's had a power charge in the bat, hitting 1 in each of the last 2 ball games, and he's got good numbers against Sabathia, 8 for 20 with a homer. So he's moved up to the number 2 spot. Popped up at the mound. Third baseman Nix comes over to put it away.
Yeah, here's the Yankees defense tonight. Jones in left, Suzuki in center, Swisher back in right field, Nixon, Teixeira on the corner, Streeter and Cano up the middle, and Martin back behind the plate, who has been heating up offensively.
Sabathia gets the first 2 outs. Here's J.J. Hardy. He's batting third tonight. He's had a 2 for 7 so far in the series, and Hardy will take the pitch away for a ball. And the Orioles will try and extend the inning here with Hardy looking to get on and make Sabathia work a little bit early in the ball game. Hardy hitting .276 off lefties, only .217 off right-handers. That one in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Down to third. That'll be foul. Since coming off the DL, Sabathia, this will be his 4th start. He's on the DL with a sore left elbow. He has gone 1-1 with a .253 ERA in those starts. He has given up some hits, 21 hits, 21 innings. He's walked 3, but he has also struck out 21. 1-2 delivery on the way. Hardy looks at it. That'll just miss outside. That's when you know Sabathia's on, when every ball called has everybody on the edge of their seats, including the hitter, because he's all around the plate.
Yeah, he likes
just that far off.
Yep, works the perimeter with all of his pitches.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Hardy. And he'll bloop that one to right field. Swisher was deep and comes in and makes the play. So Sabathia starts it out with a 1-2-3 inning, 1 complete, game 3 of the 4-game set, and the Yankees the early lead. Presented by Luna. Call for the Luna double and get your second room of flooring free. 877-241 Luna. Beautiful shot at sunset time here with some big thunderstorms around the area from early afternoon till right about now. There's some 60-70 mile an hour winds in some places and heavy downpours, but Baltimore gets spared that. Baltimore City. Joe Saunders will go to work against Martin with Jones and Ichiro due up against him. The Yankees are 30-20 against left-handed starters. The Yankees have the most wins against lefties of any team in the American League, while the Orioles own the best win percentage against left-handers at 22-14. And that is a bouncer off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on Russell Martin. Martin with a 4-game hit streak, 2 for 7 in the first 2 games of this series. And that's going to miss down low as well. 2-1. Three for 8 and a home run lifetime for Martin off Saunders. And that one will bounce and falls behind him. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Taking a look at that mound right there. Maybe that rain that popped back in just before the game started affected the mound and the footing a little bit.
Fights that one off, and the count will go to 3-2. For Saunders against the Yankees, 5 career starts, 2-1, ERA of a little over 6. But the last time he faced the Yankees was September of 2009. So a different ball club in many ways. Here's the 3-2 delivery to Martin. And Martin is one of those differences. Fouled off, the count stays at 3-2.
Well, we saw last night, even though the average is down a little bit, the power number is pretty consistent with Martin. So a very dangerous hitter, even though don't be fooled by the low batting average.
And we want to welcome those of you watching the Nationals ball game as the Nationals win another 10 innings, 7-6 over Miami in that one. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick, and it's a 1-0 Yankee lead here And the Orioles going down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Yankees getting a run in the first on a Jeter single and a sacrifice fly put up by A-Rod. And here's Andrew Jones. Jones 1 for 2, getting the starts against the left-handers for the Yankees in these games. Veteran has not put up much in numbers, hitting .206, 7 doubles, 13 home runs. But the Yankees want that bat in there, right-hander against the left-hander. Good tailing away pitch.
Yeah, well, he's another guy, much like Martin. There is a lot of danger there. He has power numbers. Obviously sees it out of the left-hander's hand a little bit better.
He's had 9 home runs against left-handers. He's got 13 homers. Even though the batting average is down, he's hitting only .211 off lefties and a .194 off righties. But you're going to get some time in the lineup with limited at bats and home runs.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Girardi, 5th-year manager of the Yankees, looking to move this team on to the postseason, as are the Orioles, of course. Leadoff man on at first base, Martin, not fleet of foot. 1-2 delivery and a swing and a foul tip.
Well, Joe's making some pretty good pitches. Yankees bat's able to fight some off, so they really have a great job working A-Rod, but A-Rod ended up reaching out and getting that sac fly in the first inning and making some quality pitches to Jones right now, but Jones fighting to stay alive.
1 ball, 2 strike count on him. Martin will stay close to the bag at first. And a little lob toss over. Saunders here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards has had 4 previous career starts, 3-1 for the Orioles. 0-1. He made his first start in an Oriole uniform here against the White Sox in a loss. Pops that one back and there'll be no play on it. Well, the Yankees forcing the issue early in the ballgame in this pitch count thing, as they're fouling off a lot of pretty good pitches. 35 pitches already thrown in an inning plus. That's why you saw Buck Showalter looking at his card. He's checking on his long relievers already and got him looking. First strikeout for Saunders.
And a real good pitch here to finish up. Jones down and in, getting the call. Jones questioning it a bit.
And our Maryland Lottery Strike and Bridge contestant of the game is Gary Tribbett. Gary got 500 for being selected. You get 100 for every Oriole strikeout recorded during the game. For all the latest information on new games, current promotions, and second chance contests, visit mdlottery.com. Good luck, Gary. With a name like that, you're bound to succeed. Here is Ichiro, and that is in there for a strike. Ichiro's had a big series. He's gone 4 for 6. Include an opening 3 for 4 ball game. Did not start the ball game last night. Back in tonight. 239 off lefties, 286 off righties. Saunders' pitch is taken down low.
Take a look at Ichiro's pitches per plate appearance by month since coming over to the Yankees. Look at that, 4.44 pitches per plate appearance. And he's bought into the Yankee philosophy. Try to work the starting pitcher, see a lot of pitches until you get your pitch.
And he'll take that one to center field. Jones going back. Look at it. Carey off the tip of his glove. Good break by Russell Martin. He's got around third and will score easily on the double by Ichiro. And that ball really carried to center. And the Yankees have a 2-0 lead.
Well, Ichiro not really known for his power, but he gets on this one and beats Adam Jones deep. Nice effort by Jones. He hits the top of his glove. I think he's got it just enough to beat him there. Martin with a good read. Gets out to second base. This breaks stride a little bit. They're able to score. You talk about not having much speed, but a nice read right there by Martin to be able to score on that double.
So Ichiro with the Yankees gets his 17th RBI in 44 games. And now a runner at second base, one away, and here is Nix. And he will take it for a strike. So the Yankees 2 runs, 3 hits off Saunders so far in the leadoff walk to Martin, costing him in this inning. Nix getting the start at third base because he's 3 for 8. All home runs off Saunders. And he'll foul that one back. And an 0-2 count. Oh, 2. Jason Nix in and out of the lineup at third base. A-Rod's acting as a designated hitter in these ball games. So third base, Chavez, Nix continue to get playing time. Saunders with the 0-2 count. And jumped on a high one and fouled it right straight back. It'll stay at 0-2.
Well, he is doing a good job about getting ahead, but these Yankees hitters are just fighting off some pitches that we saw in Toronto. Either were going to be weak fly balls or strikeouts.
Oh, 2 count. And Dino moves over to hold Ichiro closer. He's getting a big secondary lead. Here's the 0-2 wait as they turn around to getting back to the bag. That really was a heck of a read by Martin, scoring all the way from first base on that. That ball had a chance to be caught, but he took off and he was right. Next, the 0-2 delivery, a breaking ball in the dirt. Teagarden stops that one, and he will head back out with a 1-ball 2-strike count on the Yankees' number 9 hitter. A lot of meetings going on at the mound here with Teagarden and Saunders.
All right. Well, having not caught him, not knowing exactly what he's throwing, what he wants to throw, have to get on the same page here, especially with a runner in scoring position. Don't want this to turn into a big inning.
Nix has not had a lot of chances, but he's 9 for 28 with a homer with runners in scoring position. That's a over 300 batting average, 321. Here's the 1-2 delivery to him, and that ball is going to be down low as well. 2-2. Saunders, who does not have any overpowering pitch, counts on hitters helping out a little bit by going after pitches that aren't in the strike zone. The Yankees aren't going to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
2-2. Jeter on deck. Just missed. Inside with it, and a full count, 3-2 on Nix. Nix in this series only one at bat. He's been in as a defensive replacement as well. Ichiro off second. He's running. Nix lifts it. It'll go into the seats. So Ichiro, who has stolen a base in this series, was off and going on that one, even though he didn't have a particularly big lead to start it. He wasn't looked back. He's 20 out of 25.
Look at Ichiro's jump right here. You don't see it very often with 2 strikes on a hitter that a runner at second base will take off for fear of distracting him. But he must have thought that he had a big enough jump so he could get out of that view of the hitter.
8th pitch of the at bat, 3-2 delivery, and got him. Big out, 2 down.
Well, it was big because Nix was fouling off some tough pitches and continually extending Saunders' pitch count. But here he locks him up with a fastball in. Good pitch right on the inside corner.
That'll bring up Jeter, who singled and scored in the first inning. He now has a 5-game hit streak and continues to be a real nemesis for Saunders. 8 for 16, a 500 batting average with 1 home run off Saunders. 2 down towards short. Hardy's got it and gets the out. So 1 run in off the leadoff walk, 1 hit, and a base runner left on. The Yankees with 1 in the second add to it, 2-0. Mercedes Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. You see the most games with one or more hits this season.
Adam Jones on that list. We've seen him stay consistent all year, but the Yankees a couple with Jeter and Robinson Cano, just showing how consistent they are up the middle. Really a force. Quite a double play combination, both defensively and offensively.
So Adam Jones will come up. He's been part of the home run barrage, which we have seen in the first two games of this series. 29 on the year now and 74 runs batted in. Jones will stand in 3 for 8 in the series and 2 home runs. And Sabathia's pitch to him inside for a ball. Over the last 3 ball games, he's not just hit home runs, he has hit long home runs. And they have helped the Orioles win one of them and got them back into the ball game last night.
Yeah, he went into a little home run drought, but has certainly picked up the pace with that home run swing here recently.
1 ball, 1 strike count as Sabathia gets it into him. Real quick first inning for the Yankees starter. Jones waiting, the 1-1 delivery. Reached for it, goes the other way. Swisher started back, now comes in. Off the end of the bat on the fly ball out. Limited number of tickets still remain for tomorrow's 1:35 game, as the Orioles and Yankees will wrap up this 4-game set and their regular season meeting. So buckle up, back the Birds. Final regular season showdown tomorrow. 1:35 game, 888-848-BIRD to go to Orioles.com. Mark Reynolds coming up. Now the rain begins to fall again. Reynolds, a 1 for 7 lifetime off Sabathia, will take the breaking ball, and it is in there for a strike. Reynolds also, of course, has had the 2 home runs in the series coming in the first game. Those are his hits in the first 2. He's 2 for 7. Switches on, playing him to pull in the infield. Puts that one in the air to left center field. Pretty good wood. Ichiro looking. Goodbye, home run! And another one into the second deck of the bullpens. And the Orioles are on the board as the red-hot Reynolds trots around again.
You cannot make a mistake with Mark Reynolds right now. 21st home run of the season. It seemed like just a couple weeks ago he only had 8.
So Reynolds continues with the long ball, and the Orioles, on their first hit of the game, get on the board. 19th home run surrendered by Sabathia. 13 of those have been hit by right-handers.
Take a look at this swing here. This fastball comes back over, up and over, out over the plate. Mark Reynolds does not miss it, and it's a souvenir up there into the bullpen.
1-0 delivery, Lou Ford. Ford is getting a chance as the left fielder in this ball game, getting Nate McLouth out against the left-hander. Ford making his 9th start in left field for the Orioles this year. 2-0 delivery from Sabathia to him is foul tipped out of the glove of Martin, and a 2-ball 1-strike count. Two teams, 1 and 2 in the American League, relying on the long ball for 4 runs. Boy, have they ever done that in this series. 3 of them have been hit by Reynolds. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Ford. Breaking ball in the air, right center field. Ichiro going back. Ichiro looking. Ichiro will have to play that one. Goodbye, home run. Back-to-back homers. And the Orioles tie it up. Lou Ford, as Buck Showalter pushes another right button.
Great celebration in there in the dugout for Lou Ford. the opportunity to play and taking advantage of it.
Amazing. Ford's one of those players that seems like every time he plays, something big happens for him. Strike taken by Machado.
Take a look at the swing from Lou Ford. Oh, get me over breaking ball in the outer part of the plate, it looked like. And Lou Ford did not miss it. Shows some power right there, going right center over the Southwest.com sign.
0-1 delivery. Machado will foul that one back. Ford came into the ball game 7 for 36 off Sabathia, but one of those 7 hits was a home run. And now he's got another one. Machado with a 2 for 8 in the series. He's had 4 home runs on his rookie year and will foul that one off. And that one he bounced hard off his foot. Yeah, Machado felt that one.
Yeah, that slider from CC Sabathia biting in, actually throwing it at the back foot. Machado catches it out in front and ends up fouling it off the front foot, right off the toes.
So the Orioles have back-to-back home runs for the 6th time this season. Reynolds has been involved in 3 of the 6. First time Lou Ford has been a part of a back-to-back. 2 runs, 3 hits. 2 hits for the Orioles, both homers. 0-2 delivery on the way. Manny Machado stops on it. Did he go? No. Jerry Meals down at first base. This is the 5th time this season that Sabathia has given up 2 home runs in a ball game. He has not given up more than 2 in a game. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. Manny Machado nubs it to third base. Nix. 2 down.
Take a look at CC Sabathia, the home and road comparisons here. For an average at home, 209. With that 278 earned run average, but on the road, numbers going up a little bit. So the Orioles trying to take advantage of that. 276 batting average, a little bit loftier, 3.96 earned run average, and that slugging percentage just went up with a couple home runs by Reynolds and Ford in this inning.
He's now given up 12 home runs on the road and 8 at Yankee Stadium. Steve Tollefson. Tollefson will take the pitch outside, joining the ever-increasing list of designated hitters. Steve Tollefson gets his first chance as a DH this year, and he is the 12th Oriole to be used in the DH capacity this year. 1-0 delivery. Sabathia to him is going to miss, and he'll fall behind 2-0. So after a very quick first inning, the Orioles making Sabathia work here in the second as they come back with the home runs to get it tied up, with Reynolds starting it out and Ford following right behind him. Tollefson's got a 2 for 3 against Sabathia in his career. That's a strike to him. 2-1.
Well, Tollefson really showed Buck Showalter what he could do in spring training. Came up with some big hits. Didn't make the team, but has had a couple opportunities to help the Orioles, and he has. He's helped them win ball games throughout the course of the year. Another chance right here against a tough lefty, CC Sabathia.
2-1 delivery, a swing and a miss late on a heater. Totaling up the home runs we've had now, we had 6, 9, 12. That's 14 home runs in 2 1/4 games.
Well, it's been pretty exciting. Both these teams, I mean, that's what their offenses are built around, home runs. And the Orioles continue to consistently knock them out of the park.
He'll take the pitch away and refusing to help Sabathia with it. Jones has been a part of it. Jim Presley, the hitting coach, right there in front. Boy, his offense producing some tremendous numbers since the All-Star break. 3 ball, 2 strike count, 2 away. Outfield shaded to right, playing deep. Tollefson waiting on it, and a swing and a miss. So CC will get his second strikeout, but the Orioles tie this ball game up. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Reynolds started it out. His 21st home run. Ford backed it up with his 3rd. Back-to-backers for the O's. 2-2. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Chevy Cruze, offering the best highway mileage of any gas engine in America. Well, the battle was joined when the Yankees showed up here, and in fact it was joined back in the series in New York. Now Ford and Reynolds have provided homers and tying the ball game up 2-2 as we go to the third inning.
A couple great swings, both by Reynolds and Ford.
Swisher will lead it off, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Swisher popped out his first time up. 0 for his last 20. The average dropping down. Big swing and a miss. Up, foul tips of the home plate umpire into the mid of Tea Garden. And the count goes to 0-2. Switch hitter will stand back in with the outfield straight away. Virtually no breeze here at the ballpark, and the drizzle is stopped. It comes and goes. 0-2 delivery will go to short. Hardy. One away, third inning.
Well, nice job once again getting ahead by Joe Saunders. Down in the zone, getting that ground ball to J.J. Hardy.
Saunders, 53% of the outs recorded by ground balls. Not exceptionally high, but enough to say he's a ground ball pitcher. Sabathia, 61%. Much more so getting ground ball outs. Teixeira back in the lineup, and in his first at bat after missing 10, delivered a double in the first inning, helping set up the first Yankee run. 1-0 delivers a strike on the outside corner. Teixeira here in this ballpark, a .278 lifetime average, 10 home runs here at Camden Yards. Saunders not missing by much either. Corey Blazer's going to have a tough night if these two pitchers stay what they are doing right now, because these are tough pitches, even when they miss. Lays that one in there. 1-2.
Yeah, both lefties doing a good job of just working the perimeter, getting ahead, and trying to get some chases.
In a real hurry, Saunders' fastball will miss inside. Teixeira's hitting .274 off lefties, better than his .243 off right-handers. Gets his first at bats in September in this game. 2-2 delivery to him, and he'll foul it back. Girardi, Showalter, or one or both going to go to the postseason. 3-2 delivery on the way. Teixeira had a reach. Hardy's got a tough pick. Made it cleanly. Gets the out. He ended up with a between hop right there. And the race to the postseason heating up. Don't miss a moment of the action. Text Orioles 29292 for starting lineups and in-game alerts that you can't afford to miss. Be a lot of ball changes here. Every time that ball's hit on the surface with that grass wet, pitcher wants a new one. Unless, of course, you're really good, then you keep the wet one.
Yeah.
And throw a drop ball.
And he's a veteran. He probably knows how to do that.
Here's A-Rod who will take it away. Rodriguez, sacrifice fly, and an RBI in his first at bat. Top of the third inning here at Camden Yards, and that's in there for a strike. The ball game last night, Rodriguez passed Mel Ott for 39th place on the all-time hit list. Puts that one high in the air, left center field. Jones will make the catch. Good inning. Couple of ground balls and one fly ball in a 1-2-3 inning for Saunders. We go to the bottom half of the third. Tea Garden will lead it off. A cold one to look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Nate McLouth on the left would normally be in left field. Lou Ford on the right is in left field because of the lefty. Ding, ding, ding. Home run.
That's right. And you had mentioned it, Buck Showalter pushing the right buttons. Nate McLouth has just been so consistent out there in left field, both offensively and defensively, but giving Lou Ford the start, and Lou Ford capitalizing on it with that drive, that home run back in the second.
And has faced Sabathia and had a home run and all that stuff that gets put into the mix of the decision. Here's Taylor Teagarden getting a start. His 11th start behind the plate. Sabathia's pitch way outside for a ball. Teagarden, he's been another one. It seems as though whenever he's inserted into a ball game, he comes away with some kind of a big hit and a big RBI. 1-0 delivery to him. And a strike on the outside corner. Teagarden 0 for 2 against Sabathia. But Showalter saying today, taking Wieters out wasn't so much even about the day-night game, whatever. It's just that he caught 8 in a row.
Yeah.
And Showalter said he's also taken a lot of foul balls off the mask and the neck and the legs and the arms. And he said it just was time, and made the point. It's not, you don't ask. Says it's like going out and asking a pitcher, do you want to face this guy? Well, any pitcher worth his salt's not going to say no. So he said, I went to Matt and said, time for a day off. Here's the 2-1 delivery on the way. Just missed, working in and up, and a 3-ball 1-strike count.
Wieters been such a rock back there behind the plate, just constantly getting in there and working his pitching staff. I mean, a huge reason why the starting pitchers have been doing so well. They trust Matt Wieters and his game calling ability.
And the 3-1 delivered to Teagarden is swung on a miss. Sabathia gets the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Teagarden, of course, limited with the games played. His number at bats just at 39. Missed a good part of the season with the Orioles. A couple of home runs, though, and 5 RBIs in those chances.
Yeah, he's come up with some big hits. You know, we had talked about.
Got him.
Tough pitch, up and in fastball. Sabathia getting the call right there. Take a look at it. Teagarden, I'm sure, will be talking about it when he goes back to catch. He wants those pitches as well. Borderline pitch, but the veteran lefty gets the call.
Our Kia Pitch Tracks brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com.
I was talking about how the lineup now has become pretty consistent with McLouth and Machado now establishing themselves at left and third base. So not many mix-ups really, other than second base. On occasion you see Quintanilla, but Andino's kind of settled in there as well. But what a tribute to the guys that are now into the ball game and get these opportunities, like Lou Ford hitting that home run. They're staying prepared and ready to go, and Buck Showalter isn't scared to put them, write their names in when their time does come up to play.
Marquez called out on strikes his first time up, and a strike on the inside corner to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marquez with a 1 for 10 in this series. That, as Oriole fans know, has had a red hot bat going. Still hitting .286 in the month of September. .296 overall. Marquez will take that one. Take a look at our AT&T mobility trivia fact. 53 games leadoff spot. Marquez 333. He's had 15 doubles, 5 home runs, 33 runs scored, and 28 RBIs. An amazing transformation for a middle of the lineup hitter to the leadoff spot. Not only never missed a beat, he picked the pace up. Here's the 1-2 delivery to him. Wanted to go, stays away. 2-2.
Yeah, well, Nick's always had a high on base percentage, and the Orioles struggling to find that leadoff hitter through the first half of the season. And then when Nick came back after the All-Star break, Buck Showalter inserts him into that spot, and Nick Markakis has not looked back, really taken charge. You see those great numbers.
And Markakis gets another base hit. And again, that's what he's done so well when he gets behind in the count, just taking the ball where it's delivered. Puts this one up the middle, and the Orioles have 1 on with 1 out.
Well, that's why he is so good. Has the ability to use the whole field. This pitch down the middle, but down in the zone. Look at him use his hands and head to go down and get that ball and drives it back up the middle. Great swing by Nick Markakis.
Just thinking, the Orioles have used 7 leadoff batters this season before finally settling in on Markakis. So it was another spot where Buck Showalter had to make daily changes. Here is Robert Andino, popped out his first time up. 1 down. Andino a chopper. It's a fair ball. Played. Martin, and will get the out. Good throw. Down to second base, Markakis. There are 2 away. Well, the O's in the hunt for the postseason, and now's the time to buckle up and back the Birds. Place a deposit now in the 13 full of partial season plan, including a convenient 13-game plan. You'll be guaranteed an opportunity to buy postseason tickets for this season before the general public. 888-848-BIRD, Orioles.com.
It'll be interesting to see how CC Sabathia pitches J.J. Hardy with Adam Jones on deck, and there's an open base. I don't think they want to take the chance of walking J.J. J.J. may get a good pitch to hit.
Markakis is in scoring position. The potential go-ahead run for the Orioles. He'll be held close by the second baseman Cano. Hardy will chop that one foul. Jumped up, took a little bite out of him. Hardy against Sabathia, good numbers. He 4 for 11 coming into the ball game, and flied out to right in his first at bat here. For the Orioles in this series, they've gone 3 for 5. First opportunity with a runner in scoring position here tonight. Haven't been many chances because they've hit so many home runs. That's down low. Martin makes the nice stop. Sabathia has toughened up this year with runners in scoring position, only 250. Runners on base, his number is 276, but scoring position numbers a whole lot better. Hardy with a 1-1. Takes it to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Nick Markakis will come around to score. Hardy on his way to second, and the Orioles have a 3-2 lead.
Boy, this series we've seen J.J. Hardy backing some balls up and using right field. Once again, he gets this pitch up and out over it on the black, and he drives it past Nick Swisher in right field. Score Markakis easily, and then on into second base. Now to give Adam Jones a shot to drive him in.
So Hardy delivers, and the Orioles shortstop gets his 58th RBI of the season. Another runner in scoring position, and here's Adam Jones. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Orioles. Jones flying out to right field his first time up. Sabathia's pitched to him a high, hard one that he went after.
Yeah, Adam had it in his mind that he was going to be aggressive the first pitch. He didn't expect it to be up and in like that.
The Showalter's ball club trailed 2-0. They've now put up 3 unanswered runs. Jones against Sabathia, 342 with 3 home runs. 0-1 delivery. That's a broken bat. Second base. Cano is there, and he's got it. But the Orioles get 1. They do it on a couple of hits. Will leave the base runner on, and at the end of 3, the Orioles on top by 1. Series, we were talking about how this has been a home run series. Well, there's the evidence of it.
It sure is. I mean, they certainly aren't disappointing. Orioles, though, really taking the lead. 16 runs by way of the home run. That 11 home runs in this series, and still a lot of this game to go, and then one tomorrow. So a lot of excitement left to see these Bombers.
Full house on hand. The Oriole fans obviously really back in to cheering the Orioles on, and a game behind the Yankees. Again, another win here tonight would tie up these two teams for first place. Zach Britton, Freddie Garcia, the scheduled start is tomorrow, 1:35. First pitch for tomorrow's game. Here is Robinson Cano to lead it off. Cano grounded out his first time up, 2 for 9 in the series, and he will take the pitch down low for a ball. Saunders 1-0 delivery, tap foul. Saunders is a first strike needed pitcher. Opponents hit 241 first strike. If he goes 1-0, they hit 303. Big difference.
Well, he's done a good job of it tonight.
Yep. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way. Cano the grounder. That'll be outside of first again, having to reach out there to get it. So far, Saunders 9 out of 14, 13 first pitch strikes. And Sabathia 7 out of 13. And Reynolds needs a little help over there, maybe something in his eye. Right now it's the trainer's finger. Looks like a contact.
Richie Bensel's head trainer for the Orioles, getting some TV time down there. Sure
always wants that. Richie always wants that. I would suspect that probably Reynolds had nothing wrong with his eye. Yeah. He just had a deal with Richie. Now all you got to do, Mark, is catch a 130-mile-an-hour line drive.
Right.
While you try to get the fluid out of your eye. 1-2 strike count on Cano. Cano 2 for 12 lifetime off Saunders. And got him to pop it up. Good pitch. Third baseman Manny Machado closest. 1 down. O's battle the Rays. A big 3-game series Tuesday through Thursday coming up, in an order of the 20th anniversary of the Yard. For all these games, the Orioles are offering left field lower box seats for only $8. That's the same price as when the park opened in '92. There are a limited number of $8 tickets remaining. The $4 Utah Street bleacher seats are sold out. 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com. A walk and a run scored for Russell Martin. Martin got the walk in the second inning. Only one surrendered by Saunders in the game. This will go to third. Manny Machado backs up a bit and gets it.
Joe Saunders really locating that fastball there, able to get on Cano. That last at bat for the weak pop-up to Machado, and that was a great pitch in the outside corner. Good movement. Talk about his location really being the key for him to have some success.
2 down, nobody on. Andrew Jones coming up. Jones has had 3 hits in his last 16 at-bats. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Orioles do put the shift on against him in the infield, playing him to pull and leave the outfield straight away. Here's the 1-0 delivery and a swing and a miss. That turnover screwball effect pitch is going down and away from the right-handed hitters.
Yeah, his like I said, his location on all of his pitches has been really good. You saw that little number come up, 7 consecutive batters retired. Of course, when he was up in Toronto in his last start, he was mowing them down. He retired 17 in a row up there.
Perfect game through 5 2/3 innings of that ball game, and getting that pitch count back under control in this game. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Jones, and another ground ball to short. Hardy's got it. Plenty of time and gets him. So 8 in a row retired by Saunders, sets him down in order, and the Orioles continue to have a 1-run lead. Well, the fans coming to Camden Yards were not going to be thwarted by the weather. They came to see this after trailing 2-0 back-to-back home runs by Reynolds and Ford. 2-2. And then Markakis would score in the double by Hardy, and the Orioles on top against CC Sabathia. 3-2, 3-4-0 for the Orioles, 2-3-0 for the Yankees.
Good ball game to this point. Joe Saunders settling in. Tired 8 in a row. And now the slugger Mark Reynolds up to face CC.
Home run, RBI leading off the second inning. 21 on the year. And the off-speed delivery, swung on and missed. Mark Reynolds, 7 home runs against the Yankees, the most since Hank Greenberg hit 11 in 1938. And as a team, 29 home runs by the Orioles against the Yankees, a single season franchise record against New York. And the pitch will be taken up high. These are the final 2 games. Of course, these teams will play in the regular season. Beyond that, only the baseball gods know. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Breaking ball will be taken inside. With the double wild card this year, one of the other changes is there's no longer any problem with teams within the same division meeting. Wild card matchups or whatever. It's wide open. It's solely by record and where you finish. The teams within the division now can play one another as a wild card against the division winner. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Reynolds down to third, fouls it off. That'll even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And Mark Reynolds is on a fastball. CC Sabathia mixing it up a little bit. Started him off with an off-speed pitch, a couple breaking balls, and then tries to sneak a fastball by him right there, and he hooks it down the third base line. Some old school hitting philosophy. Frank Robinson always hit off the fastball.
Here's the 2-2 on the way, and that'll be in the dirt. Texas Tampa Bay in a big playoff series going on. Texas taking the early lead 2-0, top of the 5th inning. Tampa Bay only 2 games behind the Yankees. The Orioles 1 game behind. 3 ball, 2 strike count, and everybody involved in the wild card race. And that'll be fouled back off the end of the bat.
Sending a couple change-ups to Mark Reynolds.
Three ball, 2 strike count. Infield shift is on against him. Reynolds hitting .235 for an average now, and Sabathia a little too long, so Reynolds steps out on him.
Yeah, he's in everybody's head. Sabathia wants to throw different pitches. Martin putting every finger down he's got.
And to third base, right at Nix. Well, down the stretch they come. The Orioles have only 24 games left, including this one. San Francisco Giants lost to the Dodgers. Dodgers had to win that. Giants still lead 4.5. Tampa Bay left-hander David Price scratched from his start today due to soreness left shoulder. They think he'll miss only one. Brandon McCarthy, Oakland, recovering from that surgery on the skull after being hit in the head by a line drive. Good news today. He was tweeting from his hospital room. Still serious, still concerned, but on the positive side. Here's Lou Ford, who delivered the home run in the second inning, his third of the year. One-0 delivery to him. That's a strike on the outside corner.
Take a look at Lou Ford's home run. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Stays on it. Crushes it to right center field. Happy O's fans out there, especially after Ichiro flips it back up into the stands to him.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Nobody on. Ford the other way. One of the interesting things about Tampa Bay's David Price missing a start is that his next start's going to come against probably the Yankees.
Aw.
Don't think that had anything to do with the deal.
Well, it'll match up, man, especially against, interleague, division opponents. And down, of course, in September, it's always a battle.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Up high. Angels are a team very much in the mix again. They have been, but kind of on the periphery. They're not on the periphery anymore. They beat Detroit last night. They've won 13 out of 16 games. The Angels are right back in it.
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons out there. Man, great offense. Starting pitching is so solid.
2 ball, 2 strike count on Ford. And Sabathia, a little trouble at times in this game, getting a pitch where he wants it to go. And the count goes to 3-2. Larry Rothschild, Yankee pitching coach, watching his starter in his 4th game back after coming off the DL with that soreness in the pitching elbow. Ford, the 3-2 delivery to him. Sabathia got it in, and he fights it off.
A couple long at bats from Reynolds and now Ford. Sabathia being really careful with them, especially after their first at bats where they both took him deep.
Ford, of course, coming out of the independent leagues, working his way up, played for the Long Island Ducks, then at AAA for the Norfolk Tides, and brought up by the Orioles. Long journey back. 3-2 delivery to him. Ford in the air to right field. Swisher. 2 down. The Mid-Atlantic Sports Report will return Monday 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Mel Antonin, and Dave Johnson will have a lot to look at after this weekend series against the Yankees and a preview of that big game, 3-game set against the Rays. It'll start on Tuesday. Monday, a day off for the O's. That'll be Monday. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report at 5 right here on Massa.
Is that Quintanilla looking up over the rail right there?
Yes.
Checking things out.
Robert Culp and I Spy. Orioles have the lead 3-2. Manny Machado. He grounded out his first time up. Sabathia with the hook on the inside part of the plate, 0-1.
A big aggressive swing right there from Machado. He's been able to keep his composure and have great controlled swings up to this point. We haven't seen him take quite an aggressive swing like that.
Then goes after one the other way, up around the bill of the cap.
Oh man, he's been able to control his emotions so well since being called up, almost like he's been here for a while. He was facing one of the best lefties in the history of the game.
And the 0-2 delivery, and got him on 3. Tag put on. That'll be 4 strikeouts recorded by Sabathia. Orioles are retired in order. 1-run ball game. 3-2 O's. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Bacardi. From the heart of charred oak barrels, the smooth spiced rum has arrived. Bacardi Oak. Rain again coming down. It's been off and on for the Orioles. A look to have those kind of tickets available to the public again. Got to print them up.
They're making them believers right now, playing some great baseball. Really energize this city.
Orioles up 3-2. Saunders on the mound has given up 2 runs, 3 hits, walked 1, and struck out 2. Ichiro will take the pitch for a strike. 8 in a row retired by Saunders. A-Rod sac fly in the first inning. RBI double by Ichiro in the second. And that'll be inside 1-1. The Orioles, the home runs, Reynolds and Ford. RBI double by Hardy. 1-1. Ichiro slapped that to first. Fair ball went right over the bag. Easy play for Reynolds. Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report, brought to you by PNC for the Achiever in you. Bowie playing in the playoffs. Best of 5, leads it 2-1 in the series. They are losing tonight 1-0, bottom of the 5th inning. And you see Ty Kelly, the numbers he's put up in the playoffs against Akron in this season, a very big year in the minors. 13th round pick out of Cal Davis. He's had a couple of walks in the ball game tonight.
Yeah, super year. Great offensive numbers, not only here in the playoffs in Double-A, but throughout the year. Started the season in Single-A, got promoted up to Double-A, and stayed consistent all the way through.
And that's what the organization looks for. Here's Jason Nix. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Orioles, after their 78th win, to tie the Yankees, if they can get it here tonight, would be their most since 2004. Buck Showalter's team has been taking advantage of Camden Yards of late, going 38-31 in the year. Girardi's team 37-32 on the road. Saunders with the 0-2 delivery in the air, first base. Reynolds. You want all of those over by your own dugout, not the opponent's. You get a little help.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, yeah, that was a great play over there by Reynolds, finding that wall. But Saunders, I think now the Yankees hitters are starting to show some impatience, chasing some balls out of the zone because Joe's getting ahead, still continuing to work the perimeters. But now with the O's lead, they're trying to do a little bit more and swinging at some tougher pitches, and getting some easy outs for Joe Saunders.
Derek Jeter will stand in. Single and a run scored, 1 for 2 in the ball game. And a strike from Saunders. Jeter standing out a little bit, just trying to extend the inning a little against Joe Saunders. The 0-1 delivery is in there and chopped foul. Jeter with the best batting average on the road at .355 coming into this ball game, and the second best average against left-handers at .374.
They should probably think about locking him up for another 8 years.
At least. I mean, maybe a new 10-year deal.
Unbelievable year he's having offensively.
0-2 count. And will miss inside. 1-2 to Jeter. Saunders spotting the ball well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Jeter will take it outside, and the count will go to 2-2. Started out with those high pitch counts, but has really reduced it. Here's the 2-2. Jeter, another ground ball. Manny Machado, that just sunk on him. May have hit the lip of the grass, but it went down and it stayed there.
Yeah, it sure did. That's exactly what happened. It's just a chopper, pretty much a routine ground ball, but it catches the lip of the infield. You'll see right on the corner of the grass and the dirt, and just becomes a worm burner after that. Machado's glove, anticipating high, stays down low, unable to make that play. Not expected, though.
Jeter will be credited with a hit, and that's fair. That was ball that was not going to be able to be handled. So Jeter's got a couple of hits in the ball game. That's 6 hits now in 13 at bats in this series for Jeter. Nick Swisher comes up 0 for 2. 0 for 9 in the series, 0 for his last 21. 2 down. And the pitch up high for a ball.
Well, you saw in last night's ball game, Swisher getting hit on the top of the foot, or so it seemed. He was doing whatever he could with the struggles, not being able to get hits. They try to sell it and get on first base, and sure enough he did, and it ended up leading to a big inning.
1-0 count, and he'll take it away for a ball. Saw Swisher before the game. We were telling you a bit about the other night, Cal's night and the unveiling. Swisher said that was unbelievable. He was one of the Yankees in the dugout watching the on-field activities when they unveiled the sculpture in Legends Park. He said that was great. He said, I've never seen Camden Yards like that. 2-0 delivery on the way, and he'll take it to center field. Adam Jones. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Saunders continues to rock along and protect a 1-run lead. By a score of 3-2, and as this series is showing, as the players know, Mike, when you're in this situation trying to get to the postseason, you've really got to find that level ground. There are 24 games left, including this one. Other teams other than the Yankees, and those games are just as important.
Yeah, they all matter right now. Every game, every pitch is so important. The Orioles have put themselves in a great position to capitalize on it. They're looking to take advantage here tonight, but every game matters right now.
And you just try not to get overwhelmed when you got these big series that the fans and the media are all into, and then you kind of slip away against maybe somebody out west like Seattle. Be careful.
Oh, you're right. Well, you know, the Orioles have been doing a good job about that all year, staying focused. Buck Showalter always preaching, stay in the moment, and they have been consistent at that. Even when there are troubles, you know, they've been able to keep their highs at a nice even keel and even their lows, and that's a big reason why they've had success and gotten to this point of the year.
That is what Buck Showalter has preached all season long. CC Sabathia will get it in there for a strike. Steve Tollefson at the plate. Strikeout victim his first time up. Bottom half of the 5th inning here at Camden Yards. The Orioles on top by 1. 3-4-0 the Orioles. 2-4-0 for the Yankees. Sabathia's delivery, a ground ball off the fist, cut off by Jason Nix, and Teixeira will take it. 2 pitches and a ground ball out. Inside the Numbers brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. Best record left-hander starters this season. As we said, the Orioles have won more games. The percentage rather is number 1. The Yankees have won more games than anybody else against left-handers.
Yeah, well, both teams obviously showing that they have success against them, and there are some tough lefties in the league, but both teams certainly stepping up and getting their wins when they need them most.
1 away, and here's Taylor Teagarden, the Oriole catcher. Takes it up high for a ball. Sabathia hasn't walked anybody. Has struck out 4. Joe Saunders a walk and 2 strikeouts. He's put his defense to work behind him and cut that pitch count mark way down. Sabathia's delivery. Teagarden a swing and a miss. 1-1. Only 4 losses this year by the Yankee left-hander. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And the inside corner strike. Sabathia with that amazing 25 career starts against the Orioles, the 3rd this season. Back on April 11, non-decision, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 6. On May 15, he took the loss. Again, 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 innings. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and Taylor Teagarden took it, and it just missed inside 2-2.
Yeah, well, this time Taylor Teagarden gets the call. Pretty good slider right there, down and in from Sabathia. Teagarden's first at bat. Sabathia got the call on an up and in fastball.
Here's the 2-2 delivery to the catcher. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. According to Corey Blazer, strikeout number 5 for CC Sabathia.
Well, Taylor thinking that he's going to come hard down and in with the slider. This slider stays out over, and Taylor checking his swing. And he certainly did go around.
That'll bring up Nick Markakis. Leadoff spot, a single and a run scored. Has been called out on strikes. He scored the go-ahead run 3rd inning on J.J. Hardy's double. 2 down, bases empty. Inside corner strike taken by Markakis. Nick at that 300 mark again. He's been a couple of points over, a couple under about the last month and a half. And that's their first strike as well. Sabathia now putting it in, and the count goes to 0-2. He has not walked more than 2 batters in his last 14 starts, going back to the end of May. Oh, 2 the count. Ooh.
Oh, man.
On the hand, and Markakis immediately heads over to the dugout. This is the other hand of the thumb that he had the operation on for the Hammett bone. That was his right hand. This one, the other one.
Yeah, looks like Richie Mansell's checking out his thumb right there.
Boy, you could hear that all over the ballpark.
Yeah, that did not sound good. CC Sabathia staying inside with a fastball. This one runs up and in on Nick. Catches him right on the thumb.
So Markakis is going to come out of the ball game. The 6th hit batter of the year by Sabathia. And McLouth will come out to run. Well, obviously that's a story to be followed after the ball game, but not something the Orioles needed. So Markakis out of there, hit by a pitch. With 2 down here in the 5th inning, Nate McLouth on at first base, and here's Andino, who's popped out and grounded out. And the pitch will be inside for a ball. Andino with the big numbers off Sabathia, 8 hits, 22 times to the plate, moved up from that 8 or 9 spot to the number 2 hole because of that in this ball game. McLouth with good speed on at first. 1-0 delivery. 2-0. Clough checking over at third base here. See if anything's on with 2 down. Andino waiting on it, and a strike on the outside corner. McLeod 6 out of 7 stealing bases. Marlo Hale, third base coach, with the signs for him. A lot of base runners against Sabathia, 9 out of 11 stealing bases. Martin throws out only 25%. Andino will take it away. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
Well, Andino working himself into a good hitter's count right here. Sabathia threw him a 2-0 fastball. See if Robert gears up for the heater. Hit a home run last night. It's a good opportunity right now.
Three-one, runner not going. Andino lifts it in the air to left field. Going back, Jones there, and he's got it. So Andino retired with the big story of this inning, and the big question. Nick Markakis hit by a pitch, had to come out of the ball game, hit on the hand.
Geico highlights tonight after the Yankees take an early 2-0 lead. Mark Reynolds with the bomb, and Lou Ford following suit with a drive to right center up and over the Southwest.com sign. Back-to-back home runs for the Birds, and J.J. Hardy in the third, getting one by. Nick Swisher on the right field line, scoring. Nick Markakis with the RBI double, and the Orioles have the lead as we go into the sixth, 3-2. Nick Markakis 1 for 2, but just left the game after getting hit in the hand in the fifth. Joe Saunders has been pitching pretty well. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a couple strikeouts. CC Sabathia, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Pretty good contest right now. Lou Ford over in right field to replace Markakis, and Nate McLeod goes over to left field.
So Joe Saunders continuing to work with just a 1-run lead as we go to the 6th inning of the ball game. It'll be Teixeira, A-Rod, and Cano. Mark Teixeira with a double, returning to the lineup after missing 10. Got that in his first at bat. He has also grounded out. .293 lifetime hitter against the Orioles with 21 home runs. Teixeira on the season with the .256 mark, 23 homers, 81 RBIs. Saunders 1-0 delivery to him. Teixeira will take it. It'll miss outside, 2-0. Tight ball game here in game 3. 2-0 delivery. That'll miss down low, and Teixeira will get ahead on the count, 3-0. Saunders' only walk came in the 2nd inning, a leadoff walk to Martin, and he would score in that inning. 3-0 delivery. Teixeira taking all the way for a strike. Teixeira 274 right, 243 left. He's had 10 home runs from this side of the plate, 13 the other way. 3-1 delivery. Saunders comes back, takes it full.
Well, Teixeira had that double back in the first inning, and after missing 10 games or so, you'd think he might be a little rusty, but comes in swinging.
And will hold the count at 3-2. Teixeira's had 3 hits and 18 at bats lifetime against the Orioles starter. 3-2 delivery on the way, down to third. That is a foul ball. And the full count remains on Mark Teixeira. Full house on hand for game number 3. 1:35 start tomorrow. Zach Britton for the Orioles. Freddie Garcia scheduled for the Yankees. 3-2 delivery on the way. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat is fouled off. It'll stay at 3-2.
Well, there have been some great at-bats by both the Yankees hitters and the Orioles hitters. A lot of 3-2 counts in this ball game.
Again, the 3-2 delivery, and that's up high, and he walked him on 9 pitches. So Saunders' second walk. This is a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. Our Rose Extra postgame tune-in brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Jim and Rick will be standing by, and we'll have an interesting game to look back on. We'll hear Buck in his press conference and player interviews coming up. More after the game. Rodriguez sack fly and is flied out. Brings an 11-game hit streak into this ball game. And will take the pitch up high for a ball.
And Buck Showalter. There's Darren O'Day up in the pen right now, but Buck Showalter was gesturing over to Mark Reynolds to play behind Teixeira. Teixeira obviously not wanting to take any chances with that calf.
In the air, right field. Ball carrying back near the wall. Ford, who just moved over there from left, makes the catch.
Well, that ball did carry. Alex Rodriguez has great power. Even when he mishits a ball, comes pretty close. To Lou Ford going back right to the edge, finding the wall with his glove hand. Nice job right there. Gathers himself and able to make that play.
Generally, on a night like tonight where the air is a little heavy, the ball doesn't carry as well. But tonight, we've seen a ball to center that took off on Adam Jones earlier, and that ball just seemed to carry. A-Rod's strength making it possible, but it's not being slowed down by any heavy air. Eric Adair out to have a conference with his starter and also to give his bullpen a little more time, as Saunders closing in on that 100 pitch mark. O'Day hustling the warm-up. Robinson Cano coming up. Then it'll be Russell Martin on at first base. Mark Teixeira, 1 down. Cano is grounded out and popped out. Yankees second baseman, 246 against the Orioles this year. He does have 3 home runs against the O's and 7 RBIs. The series is knotted at 8-8, with today and tomorrow being the final 2 games these teams play during the regular season. Cano will take the pitch, and that's outside. Cano owning the longest hit streak in the American League this year, 23. Mickey Brantley had one of 22, second on that list so far for the season. 2-0 delivery. Cano got jammed inside, fouls it off, 2-1.
Still pitching very well. Not making many mistakes out over the plate, working the edges, getting in on Cano right there, and a good hitter's count.
Teixeira at first base, leading it off with a walk. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Cano has got the best average against right-handers in the American League at .352, but as we told you earlier, when it comes to the lefties, started the night at .221.
Yeah, pretty weird, because he is such a good hitter.
2-2 delivery down to first base. Reynolds can't get it. Teixeira will stop at second. And the Yankees have 2 on and 1 away here in the 6th inning. Cano picks up the base hit, and that will be it for the Orioles starter. So Joe Saunders will come out of the ball game, still a chance to be the winner, as he will work 5 1/3 innings. Be charged with 5 hits, responsible for the 2 base runners who are on, and he's given the Orioles a shot here in game 3. He'll leave Orioles 3 and the Yankees 2. Under there, his 3rd start since coming over to the Orioles, and he did indeed give the O's a shot here at winning this game, and he still could be the winning pitcher.
Yeah, Joe Saunders did a great job tonight. 5 1/3, 5 hits, really kept a strong offense at bay. Couple strikeouts there, only 2 earned runs, 101 pitches. Great effort by Joe Saunders to keep his ball club in this ball game. Gives way to Darren O'Day out of the pen. 57 games this year, 2.29 earned run average. A lot of wins, too, coming out of the pen with 7, 55 innings. Buck Showalter has used him right. That side armor, lefties hitting just 217, and righties 206 off Darren O'Day.
He's worked only a third of an inning in this series. He's got 2 on. Teixeira's at second, Cano at first, Russell Martin at the plate. Martin 0 for 4. Lifetime off O'Day. The right-hander working with only 1 down. Martin will foul tip it into the mitt. See the Orioles bullpen in the fewest walks per 9 innings, ranking right up there with some of the best years they've ever had in that department.
Yeah, they've done a great job. The bullpen has been solid all year. Great arms down there, and they are certainly aggressive in the zone. They know how walks can hurt you, especially coming out of the pen late in the ball game.
0-1 count on Martin. Another big part of the game right here, with the 1-run difference in the Orioles' favor. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That'll be up high. O'Day against the Yankees this year. This is the 9th game he's appeared in. He's gone 1-0, 7 innings, 1 run, 3 hits. He's given up 4 walks and has struck out 3 against the Yankees. Martin with a 1-1. That's in there for a strike, 1-2.
Nice little front door slider right there from Darren O'Day. Locking Martin up. A lot of weapons he can go to right now. That sweeping slider on the outside corner. He likes to throw the high fastball. Nice little upshoot pitch. Get some swing and misses with that as well.
Runners off first and second. Here's the 1-2 delivery. No chance. Just tied him up with that pitch and strikes him out. 2 down.
Back-to-back front door sliders. I don't know if that's the location he wanted, but it did back up on him and painted the inside corner with it. It is a slider for sure. Sometimes one of the toughest pitches in the game. A hitter will see the slider spin and it just stays on the inside corner. They're expecting it to break out over.
Here's Curtis Granderson, who's going to be the pinch hitter for Andrew Jones. So Granderson back in for the matchup that Joe Girardi wants. Face O'Day with 2 down and runners on at first and second base. Granderson 1 for 2. The only times he's faced O'Day. Joe Saunders watching. Those 2 base runners his responsibility. Yankees with the 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position in the ballgame. O'Day's delivery to him. Curtis Granderson will foul that one off. The Yankees have gone 5 for 10 in the series with runners in scoring position, trying to get it tied up with a base hit here, and O'Day trying to stop it and protect that 1-run lead. Granderson with the .231 average, but the long ball is where he's at as part of his career. 34 homers and 81 RBIs. 0-1 delivery. That'll be up high. I asked Curtis today, I said, look, in center field, you're playing deeper than we've ever seen you. Are you doing that intentionally? He said, I have to. He said, the spot I like to stand in is wet. And I went out there the first game and tried to stay there, and I was slipping every time I tried to move. It's the place, he said, where Adam Jones plays a lot. The grass is worn down, and I just couldn't get good footing, so I decided I better back up. So that's why he's been deep in the outfield in this series, because he just didn't feel comfortable in the spot he wanted to be in. Somewhere right around where Adam Jones is moving, he's getting signs from the dugout, but you can almost see where the wear is there.
Yeah.
So with any moisture, it kind of stays right there. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Granderson. Teixeira's at second base. Cano's at first. Darren O'Day up to do it again.
That's a good pitch. He's tough on lefties. We saw his numbers both against lefties and righties, but he can run that slider in on the hands like he did right there on Granderson.
Granderson 5th in the American League in home runs. Just out of the top 10 in RBIs. O'Day's 1-2 again. Tried to get him to go after one and wouldn't. 2-2. Darren O'Day, a real workhorse this season out of this tremendous bullpen. Ayala's had 57 appearances. O'Day's now got 58. 2-2 delivery on the way, and he got him. O'Day gets the strikeout to end the inning, leaving 2 Yankees on here in the 6th. Joe Saunders remains with a chance to win this game. About the Orioles' success in one-run ball games and what a difference it's made. You take a look at the best record in one-run ball games since 1900 in the majors. The Orioles right now threatening to break the mark that they set in 1981 with that .750 win percentage. The Pirates in 1908, that's how far back you go. Then the Orioles again in 1970. But the Orioles right now, that winning percentage #1. You take a look at the fewest losses in one-run games since 1900. The Orioles have tied their own mark for the moment with only 7 losses in one-run games, the 12 Indians and the 1994 Detroit Tigers. So on top in both categories, win percentage, one-run games, fewest losses in one-run games.
Pretty amazing historic numbers that the Orioles are putting up this year, but winning those one-run games has been huge for them all year and really the difference maker in the success of this team.
And still have that 12-2 mark in extra inning games. J.J. Hardy leading it off, bottom half of the 6th inning. Hardy, the breaking ball strike. Ichiro moves to left field for the Yankees, and Curtis Granderson, who pinch hit, will stay in and play center.
You know, we always go back to the Orioles bullpen, how it's been such a rock all year. Well, you don't win one-run games unless you have a solid bullpen, and they have been outstanding.
And that one in the air to left field. Isn't got enough at the wall. And goodbye. Home run. Ichiro gave it a charge, but J.J. Hardy had a bigger charge in it. And the Orioles take a 4-2 lead.
J.J. Hardy on the verge of 20 home runs. That's his 19th. Another great swing. Another solo home run for the Orioles tonight.
Another 3-homer ball game for the Orioles. Hardy puts it out leading off the 6th inning and 3 home runs off Sabathia. Adam Jones fouls it twice.
Take a look at JJ's swing right here. Martin setting up in, and sure enough, you're living on the edge. You try to come inside to JJ Hardy, and he hooks it down the Hardy line right there. Great effort by Ichiro though on the end. JJ Hardy just enough to get it out over the reach.
The Orioles now 4 runs on 5 hits in the ball game. That ball's going to be a base hit into left field. No, just foul. Jones getting out in front just a little bit. That is the first 3-homer ball game against CC Sabathia this year. He came in having surrendered 18 home runs on the season. In the first 3-homer game since against the Detroit Tigers. August 12 of 2011 when he gave up 5. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's golf. That is a fair ball. Jones will make the turn. Ichiro over to get it. And Adam Jones has got a double and a 7-game hit streak.
Adam Jones, 32nd double of the year on a great pitch from CC Sabathia. Adam Jones going down to get it. Great swing by Adam Jones here. Look at that pitch, taking it right off the shoe tops and keeping it fair down the left field line. Nice job by Adam Jones.
Orioles threatening to add more. Still nobody out. Mark Reynolds, 21st home run, first time up, lined out to third. His last time. That home run hit by Hardy, his 6th home run against the Yankees this year. And that will send Martin out to talk with Sabathia.
Well, they better be careful with Mark Reynolds. And the hottest hitter in baseball for a little while now. They have to make the right pitch here. Especially with the open base, you know, they can be a little bit more careful.
The Orioles, with the 3 home runs in this ball game, have hit 30 home runs against the Yankees. this season. This is the 17th game they've played. They've hit 30 home runs. The Yankees have had 21 against the Orioles. It has been a clap of thunder series between these two teams this year. Reynolds with a runner at second base. Cano's almost on the bag. They really want to hold and try and prevent another run.
Take a look at Mark Reynolds. 9 home runs in the last 9 games and 17 RBIs. Wow, an amazing stretch right here. That's why he has been one of the hottest hitters in the game, if not the.
We told you that Reynolds, in getting that home run, picked up his 7th against the Yankees, and the record is 11, held by Hank Greenberg in 1938. With that home run by Hardy, picking up his 6th against the Yankees. I mean, the Orioles got a couple of players who are putting numbers up against the Yankees home run wise that have not been there for a long time. Long look back and foul back off the fist, and a 2-strike count on Mark Reynolds. Jabba Chamberlain, the first bullpen action for the Yankees.
Adam Jones putting some pressure on Sabathia out there at second base. Robinson Cano hanging tight on the bag, but Adam Jones really extending that lead, trying to get in Sabathia's head, disrupt his concentration a little bit.
0-2 the count. The only loss on the road that CC Sabathia has this year is against the Orioles. On May 15 here at Camden Yards, he gave up 4 runs, 8 hits in 6 innings, and took a loss in a 5-2 game. That's the only road loss. He is 7-1 on the road. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That's in the air to left field, not deep. Ichiro, a long run, will get there and gets it in a hurry, so Jones has to stay at second base. On Thursday afternoon, when the Orioles take on the Rays in that 12:35 game, the first 10,000 fans 15 and over are going to get a special Buckle Up Orioles t-shirt celebrating the Birds' push towards the postseason. Don't miss a great collector's item and a great ball game as the battle goes on in the division against the Rays. 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Hardy, the home run to lead off the inning, extending the lead to 4-2. Jones at second, now 1 down. Lou Ford, third home run, came in the second inning. Back-to-back shots with Reynolds.
Adam Jones still out there trying to get the timing down. Wants to get a good jump. Robinson Cano still hanging tight on second base. Sabathia is susceptible to that stolen bases. 9 out of 11 this year, giving up the steal.
Ford will take the pitch for a strike. He thought it was high. Orioles 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position in the ball game. Ford, another RBI chance. Here's the 1-1 delivery to him. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Adam Jones will score, and Ford's got a 2 RBI ball game, and the Orioles lead it 5-2.
Well, that pressure that Adam Jones was putting on out there at second base created a huge hole on the right side of the field, and Lou Ford takes advantage of it with that base hit. Take a look here. Good swing. Drives it to the right side through that huge hole. And with that big lead Adam Jones had, he's able to score easily. Nice jump. Hustling on in, head down, scoring easily for Lou Ford.
Ford gets his first multi-RBI game and his second multi-hit game. And the pitch is taken away for a ball. Manny Machado. So the Orioles now 5 runs on 7 hits, extend the lead to 3. Machado has grounded out and struck out. 1-0 delivery by Sabathia. Rolls away. Not far enough for Martin to go. or far enough rather for Ford to move. 2-0 count. Ball did not hit the bat. It just ricocheted off Martin's glove and went down into the ground. Ford off first. 2-0 delivery. Machado in the air, right field. Runner will go halfway. Swisher puts it away. 2 down. Hardy with a home run to kick it off. Jones the double, driven in on a 1-out single by Ford. 2 runs in here in the 6th inning to extend the lead to 5-2. Sabathia, 3rd game this year, allowing those runs. Orioles have had his number against a pitcher who's had their number for most of his career with that 16-3 record against the Orioles. Little lob toss over to first base.
Well, you see the history that the Orioles, the numbers that they've been putting up. It's a different ball club. You know, I mean, you come in here to face the Orioles now, and there's a different demeanor here. A lot of confidence. Everybody believing in themselves.
Tollison's ground ball will go to short. Jeter's got it. Force at second. Over to Cano to get it. But the Orioles had 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. J.J. Hardy kicked the inning off, his 20th home run of the season and his 6th of the year against New York. 5-2 O's. Been an integral part of the success of the Orioles this season. He rarely minces his words, and he didn't the other night talking about manager Buck Showalter and the credit he deserves. He said, you do have to give a lot of credit to our manager. There is no bull. He doesn't tolerate it. That's what you need. I've said this before. He's not anyone's parent in here. He is not our daddy. His family is in Texas. Andrew Jones and Buck Showalter.
Oh, that's kind of funny, but
Adam Jones, he can come up with some of the best lines around.
He sure does, but they all respect Buck Showalter, and definitely Adam Jones is referring to the fact that Buck pays attention to so much detail, and he wants guys to live up to that. He believes in every player, you know, and he's not going to be the daddy in there, but he expects that because they're professionals.
We go to the 7th inning. O'Day remains on the mound. Ichiro up, takes a strike. So the answer to the musical question of who's your daddy? It ain't Buck.
Not Buck.
Ichiro a double and an RBI, 1 for 2. And that will be fouled back. And an 0-2 count from O'Day. Texas continues ahead of Tampa Bay 2-1, and they're in the bottom of the 8th. Hamilton, a 2-run homer for Texas, has given them the lead in that ball game. He's not suddenly, I guess, but he's hitting home runs again. He went through a spree where he didn't get the long ball very much, dropped out of first place. That's his 40th home run that he's hit tonight. He leads the American League again in homers. Ichiro with a 2-strike count. O'Day's delivery to him. Ichiro will take it. Framed by Teagarden. Don't get the call.
Pretty good pitch right there from Darren O'Day. Backdoor slider. Teagarden trying to frame it in on that corner. Pretty close pitch. Nice effort.
Ichiro 1 for 7 off Darren O'Day. 1-2 delivery. A little protect me swing right there.
Yeah, but he's gotten hits that way too. We saw him in Yankee Stadium fillet one out to center field on an off-speed pitch. He just has a knack for that. He's kind of leaning towards first base with his swing, and he's able to protect the whole zone. Keeps that bat head in the strike zone for a long time.
1 ball, 2-strike count. Ichiro, he got it in on him. Shortstop. Hardy's there, and he puts it away. 1 away in the 7th inning. The O's close out the dramatic 2012 regular season here at Camden Yards with a final 6-game homestand. It'll start on Monday, September 24. We hope you'll come out, buckle up, and the Orioles wrap up the 20th anniversary season of Oriole Park with a full list of special events, giveaways, and promotions. Get your tickets, 888-848-BURR, to go to Orioles.com. Eric Chavez will be the pinch hitter for Jason Nix. Chavez, 1 down, nobody on. And the O'Day pitch will miss down low for a ball. Chavez has faced O'Day. Only 1 at bat, 0 for 1 against him. Chavez in and out of the lineup with all the lefties the Orioles have been throwing in this series. He had an 0 for 1 in the ball game last night, coming in late. Started the first game of the series and ended up with an 0 for 4. Joe Girardi and Buck Showalter pushing the buttons with a lot of players available, trying to get matchups late in the ball game.
Boy, so hard, especially for contending teams. With so many added players in September. You really have to be on the ball to try to outthink the other manager as far as matchups go.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Chavez to be followed by Jeter. 2-1 delivery to him, and that'll be foul back. Another sellout crowd here tonight. 46,067. 46,67. The 7th sellout of the season for the Orioles. And they've really shoehorned them in here tonight. I mean, a big crowd standing over the right field scoreboard and out there in center field in that great high top area to look in. 2-2 count on Chavez, and he got him.
Wow, what an effective pitch for Darren O'Day. It's been a great weapon for him all year. We got Ichiro to swing at this high fastball, upshoot fastball. Typically, he'll throw the 2-seamer that'll have some sink on it. He gets this one to rise up and out of the zone, and Chavez chases for the K.
You see how that standing room crowd just packed in there, 5, 6, 7 deep in places to watch the ball game above the right field scoreboard. 2 down, 7th inning. Here's Derek Jeter, 2 singles, 2 for 3 runs scored, 5-game hit streak for him. Showing bunt, takes the pitch inside for a ball. Jeter's got a 2 for 7 lifetime off O'Day.
Borderline pitch right there, and Derek Jeter attempting that bunt or thinking about a bunt. Would have been his, if he got it down, his 3rd infield single of the night.
Center field area new this year, up above the batter's eye. Great spot to watch the game from. Pitch is taken outside, and the count goes to 2-0 on Jeter. O'Day with a 2-0 delivery. Jeter will take it, and that is in there for a strike. Jeter just trying to draw the walk here, get on base. Yankees will try and get that potential tying run up now for the rest of the ball game. Yankees got the first 2 runs of the game, one in the first, one in the second. The Orioles have responded with 5 unanswered runs. Jeter, he'll go to left field, and sliding, McLeod makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning, Yankees down, Orioles up, 7th inning stretch time. It is brought to you by Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. Fly straight. Drink responsibly. Earlier in the game, it's Miller time. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordy back with you. 5 unanswered runs have given the Orioles the 5-2 lead. The Orioles trying to get a comeback win against the ball club, the Yankees, who have the most comeback wins of any team in the American League. But the effort tonight, home runs again. Orioles just never go away. They stay with them, and right now it's working.
Yeah, right. Well, you talk about Buck Showalter at the beginning of the game, pushing the right buttons. Lou Ford coming in, getting a couple huge hits for the Orioles tonight. That solo home run, and then the RBI single to give the Orioles a more extended lead here. But big hits all night. Certainly a tough series here against the Yankees. So meaningful. Every pitch, every inning matters right now.
And Joe Saunders brought over for just what he did tonight, for a start that gives the Orioles a chance to win.
Well, we saw his September numbers, and I think that's why Dan Duquette brought him over, a veteran left-handed arm to face tough lineups like this. Really unfazed, and had a great performance tonight, keeping the Yankees bats at bay, only the 2 early runs.
Orioles would like to add to it. Sabathia stays on. And the Orioles will bat Taylor Teagarden, number 9. Then McLeod and Andino due up as we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. Teagarden, a strike on the outside corner to him. He has struck out twice. Chavez stays in the ball game for Knicks, playing at third base. Sabathia, 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. He gets to the 100 pitch mark. Not unusual for him. Virtually every ball game he gets up there, the 110, 112. He's pitched as many as 121 thrown balls in a ball game. That's his high this year, and generally goes deep into games just as he's doing here. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that'll be taken inside. And the count goes to 2-2. Strop up in the bullpen as the Orioles begin the normal route to wins in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings.
Well, the Orioles all year have been playing 7-inning ball games. When they get Pedro Strop coming in on a clean 8th inning and Jim Johnson to finish up, they have been rock solid.
2-2 delivery on the way to him. Ground ball towards short. Jeter. Little trouble getting a handle. He gets it over there in time. Told you Sabathia against the Orioles, 16-3 lifetime, but 0-1 in this his 3rd start this year. Look what the Orioles have done against this pitcher. 13 runs scored, 14 home runs. They've got a 1-0 record. 1-1 overall in the games he started. 4 home runs. Adam Jones 3 for 8, a homer. J.J. Hardy 6 for 10, a home run, 4 RBIs. And that road loss here at Camden Yards suffered by Sabathia on May 15. The Orioles have been able to find a way to get to him that other teams have not, because Sabathia's record is 13-4. One strikeout, one down. Nate McLouth in the leadoff spot for Nick Markakis, who got hit on the hand in the 5th inning and had to come out of the ball game. We do not have any kind of update, and I would suspect they're going to wait for an examination. Probably won't come out at earliest after the game, but probably tomorrow. Markakis took a real shot on the hand. Pitch will miss up high to McLouth. So McLouth, who was out of the lineup because the left-hander Sabathia was starting, ends up in the ball game in any event.
Yeah, made an impact that last inning. A nice sliding catch to end the inning off the bat of Derek Jeter.
He is 0 for 3 off Sabathia. 2-1 delivery. McLouth will take it for a strike. 2-2. Be the last inning of work for Sabathia here in the 7th. 2-2 delivery, and McLouth had to wait a little bit, fouls it back. Tampa Bay's tied the Rangers 2-2. Ian Kinsler committing an error, allowing a run to score, and the Rays have come back to tie the Rangers.
Well, everything really shows up here in the month of September. Errors, mistakes based on balls. Teams take advantage of them here. I mean, September is like obviously the postseason. Everybody fighting for that spot, that playoff spot.
23 games left after today. No more against the Yankees after tomorrow. Still games within the division to be played in that very late road trip to the West Coast. With Seattle and Oakland. In the air to left field, back near the warning track, and up and off the top of the wall. And McLouth's got a double. Ichiro could not get back there to time it, and ended up taking an awkward jump. Couldn't get it. McLouth, in his first at bat of the ball game, has a 2-bagger, and that's going to be it for Sabathia.
Well, that might have something to do with the fact that Ichiro hasn't played much left field in his career. They got tied up there. See him and Granderson kind of looking at each other, and Ichiro getting a late jump. Says Granderson isn't going to get there and just can't make the play up on the wall. McLouth in for the double.
So the Orioles will have a chance to win another game against Sabathia as he leaves with the O's on top by a score of 5-2. McLouth on at second base with one away.
Sabathia out of the ball game. Orioles able to rough him up for 5 runs. Take a look at his line here tonight. 6 1/3, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, all 5 of them earned. Did have the 5 strikeouts, and CC Sabathia like here at Camden Yards, where he's had so much success in his career, but the Orioles with a great offensive plan able to get to him and knock him out of this ball game. Cody Apley comes in relief. He's been in 49 games this year. Side armor. He's got a sinker and a slider. Nice mix. A little bit of a changeup to the lefties as well. Lefties hitting .333. Righties .248. A bit tougher on the righties as he comes from that sidearm slot.
McLouth with a double is on at second base. 1 down. And Robert Andino will try and get him home. Ichiro was not able to get back on that play in left field. That ball actually fell to the warning track. But Ichiro was not in a position to make a catch on it. Orioles now have 8 hits in the ball game. And they strike taking Andino. Andino against Epley is 1 for 2, a home run.
Oh, he got that fastball last night up and in. Drove it out of the yard.
Epley has given up in 3 2/3 innings. 2 runs on 3 hits. The home run by Andino. A walk, no strikeouts. That's on the year. And that'll be taken down low. 1-1 to Andino.
I've seen the importance of runs here in this series. Yankees came back that first night. The Orioles fortunately able to pound out some home runs in the 8th inning, but got to get those tack-on runs when you can. Good opportunity here with McLouth at second base.
Andino not sure of the call. 1-2. Adam Jones looking on, hoping for an at-bat. Orioles against the Yankees on the season have averaged about 5.25 runs a game. The Yankees 4.6. Orioles continuing that in this one, and got him. First base umpire Jerry Meals said Andino went around on that.
Buck Showalter looking down, doesn't quite agree with it. Take a look right here. Working Andino on the outside corner. Pretty close. Looks like he did go. Can go either way though in tight ball games. Of course, Buck Showalter would like the call to go in the Orioles' favor.
2 down. Here's Hardy. Big ball game for him. RBI double. His 20th home run, 6th inning, a solo shot, 2 for 3. He is 4 for 10 in the series. Hardy gets another RBI chance here. And a grounder down to third that will go foul. There are 2 down. Hardy this season now with 11 2 RBI ball games. He's had 4 3 RBI games. Gonzalez looking on. The Orioles very attentive to the games. 0-1 pitch, that's outside, and a 1-ball 1-strike count.
Miguel Gonzalez, another one of the heroes for the Orioles this year, a Yankee killer in his 2 starts. His best starts of his career against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium.
Tillman on the right. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Little setback for Chris Tillman today. They intended to have him pitching off a mound maybe tomorrow. They're now going to wait 1 or 2 days before he does that. Going to slow down his return to the mound. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That's outside. 2-ball 2-strike count. Sabathia giving up the 5 runs and 8 hits. The Orioles continue to hit left-handers of late. Since August 25, the Orioles, they came in with a .317 batting average against lefties and a .550 slugging percentage. That ground ball will chop towards second base, played by Cano. Over to first to retire Hardy. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a base runner left on. 7 complete. The Orioles have a 5-2 lead. And we hope you'll join us again tomorrow. The final game of the season against the Yankees. Zach Britton on the mound against Freddie Garcia. Our coverage on MASN HD at 1 with those extra presented by Jeep. Followed by our game coverage at 1:30. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Should be a pretty good finale tomorrow. The veteran Freddie Garcia going against Zach Britton, who has come on strong, has been fabulous in his last 4 outings, 5-1 right now with a 4.15, but has really locked into his delivery and been throwing strikes and had great success.
Moments ago in the dugout, Nick Markakis reappearing. Buck Showalter coming over, but the hug doesn't look good. And this is a live shot. Nick Markakis is going to watch the game and has that hand wrapped up.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't look good. That's unfortunate for the Orioles, and obviously Nick Markakis, without knowing exactly what's going on there and speculating. But
hit by a pitch off Sabathia in the 5th inning. Pedro Strop on to pitch. And Swisher will take it for a strike, 1-1.
Pedro Strop had some trouble here recently, throwing some strikes through well up in Toronto. But his last outing here against the Yankees couldn't find his command. I'm sure the Yankee hitters are going to try to be patient with him, but if he starts getting ahead, he is devastating. 98-mile-an-hour fastball with a filthy slider.
Swisher 0 for 5 off Strop. 1-2. Strop against the Yankees, 7th game he's appeared in. He's given up 3 runs, 5 hits in 5 innings, 8 walks, and 2 strikeouts. That's what has really hurt him against the Yankees. Obviously a disappointing look. Nick Markakis just wants to be in there playing. That'll be fouled off and hold the count to a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Nick's had quite a year. Of course, the offseason had surgery and rehabbed his tail off to get back in and make it to the opening day lineup. And then, of course, the broken hamate, which he had to have surgery on, but came back so strong after the All-Star break. So very unfortunate there, getting hit off the thumb.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery. Swisher, that'll be down low. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swisher with the 0 for 3 in the ball game. That 0 for just keeps dragging on. He's 0 for his last 22. And an 0 for 10 in this series. Teixeira and A-Rod due to follow against Strop. Here's the 2-2 delivery to him. Off speed pitch outside. 3-2.
Trying to backdoor that slider right there. Swisher swung at it early in the count.
Three ball, 2 strike count coming. The delivery to Swisher, ground ball to second base. And Dino got it. Strop came back to get him.
A nice job by Pedro right there. That'll certainly help his confidence coming back, battling back. Throwing a 3-2 slider to get Swisher to ground out.
And time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. The candidates tonight: Joe Saunders, the starter, 2 runs, 5 hits, 5 1/3. Mark Reynolds, another home run, his 21st. And J.J. Hardy, he's had a homer, double, 2 RBIs. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 31826. Here is Mark Teixeira. Teixeira will take it for a strike, a double, a walk, and he's grounded out. Teixeira with an 0 for 3 off the Oriole reliever. And the 0-1 taken down low. Corey Wade in the bullpen for the Yankees.
Wow, now that's a live fastball right there. That ball just took off at the end. 96 up in the zone. Sure, not even sniffing it.
That'll be in the dirt. Strop coming on as the setup man for Jim Johnson, working an inning at a time. Last season did not pitch that much, 12 innings with the Orioles, 9 2/3 with Texas, and at Round Rock 47 innings. 2-ball, 2-strike delivery. Teixeira will take it, and the count goes full, 3-2.
A rare changeup right there from Pedro Strop. 89-mile-an-hour changeup.
Only a 3-run differential, and the way the home runs have come in this game. Hang on. Got him on the outside corner. Teixeira really letting Corey Blazer have it.
Pedro Strop working that hard fastball. That tailing two-seam fastball that caught the front edge of the plate and then run off. Teixeira doesn't agree, and that's a strike.
Well, with that strikeout, Gary, you've won another 100 for the Maryland Lottery. Gary is tonight's Maryland Lottery's contestant of the game, wins 500 for being selected, 100 for each strikeout the Orioles get. So far, there have been 6 strikeouts, $1,100. For all the latest information, new games, current promotion, second chance contests, mdlottery.com. Here's Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the air to center, drove it deep. Jones back, looking, warning track. Goodbye, home run. A-Rod delivers another. And not an insignificant home run. It brings the Yankees to within 2. A 2-out homer here in the 8th inning.
Well, A-Rod guessing right here. Fastball right down the middle. You can't center it any better than that. And of course, one of the greatest sluggers in the history of the game does not miss mistakes like that.
Had an 0 for 3 off Strop prior to the homer. And here we go again. A 5-3 game. Here's Robinson Cano, a single. He is 1 for 3. A-Rod gets his second home run against the Orioles this year, both coming in this series. Last night and tonight. 1-0 delivery. Got him to swing it one down low, 1-1. Looking at the lineup card. But Showalter. One ball, 1 strike delivery by Strop. That is a strike called, and Cano doesn't like that one.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. Backdoor slider from Pedro Strop.
One-two delivery on the way inside. I don't think there's any question over the last 4 or 5 outings. Strop has labored more than we've seen him the rest of the season. Whether it's a matter of pitches thrown, innings worked, or just the situation.
Yeah, maybe not as crisp as he has been throughout most of the year.
2-2 delivery, and that's down low, and the count goes to 3-2. Yankees trying to get the potential tying run up. Russell Martin on deck. Cano stands back in. 3-2 wasn't close. And the potential tying run will come to the plate for the Yankees here in the 8th inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Look at there, the pitching coach on his way out.
Brian Mattis warming up in the pen has done a great job as a lefty specialist for the Orioles, making the conversion over from starter. Spent some time in AAA Norfolk to learn that role, and he's done a good job since he's been with the Orioles. Pedro Strop just trying to find that strike zone, find what pitch he can throw consistently for a strike here.
Russell Martin, 1 for 2 off Strop. Represents the potential tying run in the ball game here in the 8th inning. And will take the pitch inside for a ball. The Orioles' record of 61 wins, no losses, with a lead after 7. Again on the line in this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's there. Martin drew the walk in the 2nd inning and scored. 0 for 2 in the ball game and 2 for 9 in the series. Cano at first. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Martin takes the little breaking ball inside. 2-1.
Pretty close right there. Let's get that front door slider. Just can't come back over quite enough to get the call.
Martin has hit only 174 against the Orioles this year. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. 2-1 delivery, and that's going to miss, and Strop is just off. And the count goes to 3-1.
Down in the zone. And just unable to find a good rhythm right now. Can't lock into the pitch he can throw for a strike consistently.
Here's the 3-1 delivery, and he got him to pop it up back over the screen. The great fun it's going to be. The remaining 23 are liable to look a whole lot like this.
Oh, definitely. Every team with the Orioles are going to be playing from here on out are either shooting for a spot in the playoffs or want to play the role of spoiler.
3-2, 2 down. Runner's going to go at first base. Strop's delivery in the air, right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Cut off by Adam Jones. He'll hold the runner at third. Cano will stop there. But Martin gets the single. And the Yankees, doing all of this with 2 down, have runners at first and third, trailing by 2 in the 8th. And that will be it for Strop. Curtis Granderson, who came in and struck out in the only at bat he's had, is due up. The left-hander Brian Mattis will be coming out of the bullpen as again the Yankees get to Pedro Strop. Here comes the lefty in the 8th. 2 down, a run in, 2 on, and the Orioles lead is 2.
It's now on in relief of Pedro Strop, who just couldn't get out of that inning. Ryan's done a nice job now that he's been the lefty specialist coming out of the bullpen. Starting pitching had some trouble this year. It seems like he has found a niche, and the reason why, look at that, lefty's hitting just 176 off him. And here you go, this season as a reliever, 7 games. Let's have a 3.18 earned run average. Obviously not enough innings pitched to really affect that earned run average. Good challenge right here.
The numbers are amazing for this left-hander against Brian Mattis. 6 for 17, 4 home runs. And you're going to get a pinch runner for the Yankees. So Russell Martin, the catcher. Nunez will come on to run. Martin out. Cano's the lead runner at third base. Nunez on at first after the Martin single. Granderson 0 for 1 came into the ball game only at bat 6th inning. Mattis's pitch will be away for a ball. As we've said, Granderson against the lefties only .219, but he has hit 13 home runs off left-handed pitchers.
Oh, so dangerous up there.
1-0 delivery, that is in there for a strike. Tommy Hunter and Kevin Gregg in the bullpen for the Orioles. That would be for this inning if they need to go any further. Strop responsible for the 2 base runners on. Brian Mattis 1-1. He had Granderson fooled, tied him up with the pitch miss.
Back-to-back breaking balls. This one down at the bottom of the strike zone. Take a look here. Almost gets Granderson to bite on it. Good spot, though. Good location by Brian Mattis.
2-1 delivery on the way. Granderson pops it up. Teagarden gets rid of the mask. Mattis gets it done again. The Yankees will get a run on 2 hits, no errors, but 2 are left on base. A-Rod, the homer, has made it a 5-3 game going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Walk this year. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield will contribute $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. There have been 404 walks, $20,200. Care First Blue Cross, still Blue Shield, encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Brian Mattis says, I like this job. Well, the results seem to say it likes him.
Man, oh man, what a great effort by Brian Mattis. You saw the numbers, his numbers off Granderson. Granderson certainly, boy, one of a tough at bat there with Brian Mattis. He comes out on top. He's showing that he is capable of handling that role right now.
Chris Stewart will come on to do the catching, with Russell Martin coming out for the pinch runner. Epley will remain on pitching, and the Orioles bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jones, a double and a run scored in the 6th. 1 for 3, extended his hit streak to 6 games. Epley's pitch to him outside. Pitches of record are still the starters. Sabathia, 5 runs, 8 hits over 6 1/3. Joe Saunders, 2 runs, 5 hits over 5 1/3. Great job by O'Day. 1 2/3 innings, gave up nothing, got 3 strikeouts. Strope charged with a run on 2 hits in 2/3 of an inning, a walk and a strikeout. Nick Markakis out of the game, watching though. That hand wrapped up, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning by Sabathia. 2-0 delivery. Down to third. Fair ball. Backhanded. Chavez. Nice play.
Ooh.
1 away in the 8th. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com at bat. Your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. You can get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more at bat 31826. Or go to Orioles.com for details. Mark Reynolds, his 21st home run came in the 2nd inning. He is lined out and flied out. Reynolds now hitting over 300, 7 home runs, and 15 RBIs against the Yankees this season. In this, the 17th game these teams have played. That'll get away for a ball. Orioles, of course, are also have a chance to win a season series against the Yankees, something that has been rarely done by the Orioles, as the Orioles over the past 15 or so years have been dominated. The Orioles with the big numbers they picked up in the Bronx and the games they won there, 6-3, come into this game 2-5 here at Camden Yards. Series knotted 8-8.
Epley better be careful right here.
2-0 delivery, taken inside, 3-0.
So it looked like Mark was taken all the way. Epley not really wanting any part of him.
Ford waiting on deck. Taken, and he's on. That is the first walk the Orioles have picked up in the ball game. And they certainly would like to add 1 or more runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mark Reynolds' numbers in walks. He's walking right now, a walk rate of 7 plate appearances per walk. The highest by an Oriole since Brady Anderson in 2000. Reynolds up in the top 10 in free passes. Lou Ford at the plate. 2 RBI game. Grounds it towards third. Backing up. Chavez 1. Relay Cano. No. Wisely held on. He had no chance.
Another good play over there by Chavez. Chavez, of course, been a Gold Glove caliber third baseman for most of his career. Some injuries kind of set him back a while, but he's come over and done a nice job for the Yankees.
So Ford is on at first on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Manny Machado. Machado, his 28th game at the major league level. He's had an 0 for 3 in the ball game, a 2 for 11 in the series. 5 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, and 14 RBIs. Only a couple of walks. He struck out 19 times coming into the game. Added another to that tonight. Machado to first and foul. And a deep breath taken by Teixeira. That was one of those little nubbers that sometimes finds a hole.
Sure does. That's that sweeping slider from Epley right off the end of Machado's bat.
Tampa Bay, Texas, 10th inning. Texas got 2 in the top of the 10th. They lead at 4-2 going to the bottom half. For the Orioles, what they want, of course, is to see these teams they're battling against get knocked off by others as often as possible. Tampa Bay is, of course, one of those teams. Machado with the 0-1 delivery to him, and that's a strike. Epley gets it in. Epley's 50th appearance. Only a couple of home runs surrendered. 41 innings worked. 0-2 count. Outfield deep. Runner goes. Here's the throw. Stewart. Not in time. Stayed on the bag. Stolen base for Ford.
Nice steal by Lou Ford. Good call by Buck Showalter. And the Orioles here. Pretty good jump. See him digging in, holding on to that corner of the base so he doesn't slide off.
Larry Rothschild now will come out. The wheels turning to try and keep this ball game right where it is. Jabba Chamberlain had been up, set down, gets back up again, and Clay Rapata, their specialist for left-handed batters, also up.
I cannot believe Clay Rapata's up. I think he's been in 130 games this year, or at least been up in the bullpen.
That's just how many hitters he's faced.
Right.
Orioles ahead by 2 in the 8th inning. Runner in scoring position for Manny Machado. Trying to get out of the 0 for 3. Orioles 2 for 6 tonight in these situations. That one foul back.
Great chance for the Orioles to get that tack-on run that are so important here late in the ball game. Saw the Yankees that last inning put the pressure on.
Lou Ford, another first, his first stolen base in the majors since 2007, when he had 3 with Minnesota. Stewart in the discussion with Epley on the 1-ball 2-strike count to Machado. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Manny Machado to third base. Chavez has got it and will go to first and get the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. All right, sports fans, buckle up. Bottom of the 9th inning. Here comes Jim. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth inning. Orioles lead it by a score of 5-3. And for Jim Johnson, he's got to be saying, finally. Chance for a save.
Yeah, exactly. And we've had to use him here recently just to get some work. But this is certainly a save opportunity, and he has been one of the best closers in the game. 41 saves this year. Lefty's hitting .213. Righty's just .205 off him. Has that nasty sinker, power sinker, tops out about 96, 97 miles an hour. Certainly has other weapons as well. Great changeup and breaking ball.
Johnson begins. Ichiro's had a double and an RBI, 1 for 3 in the ball game against Jim Johnson. Ichiro Suzuki's had a 1 for 4 in his career. Johnson has not had a save situation since August 30. He got the save against the Chicago White Sox, his 41st. And as Mike said since then, has just come on to get work in. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Taken for a strike. We want to say hello to Felice Ichniowski, who we know is watching tonight, a long-time Orioles fan, who I got a feeling just buckled up. And that's going to be to left field and a base hit. And Ichiro is on, and the Yankees will get the potential tying run to the plate here in the ninth inning. Let's update you on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game right now. J.J. Hardy on top. Still time to text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 31826. Results on the O's Extra Post Game Show. Ichiro, big lead over at first base. Ball into left field. Base hit. Eric Chavez, 2 on. Yankees here in the top of the ninth. First 2 on, trailing by 2. Dickerson will run at first base.
Couple pretty good at bats right there by Chavez and Suzuki. Getting a couple pitches elevated. Taking him the other way. Of course, Jim Johnson with that sinker is just 1 pitch away from a double play ball.
And it's always Jeter. 3 for 16 lifetime off Johnson. Nobody out, ninth inning. 9 hits in the ball game for the Yankees, out hitting the Orioles by 1 at the moment. Johnson bunting, third base. That's going to be a base hit. Bases are loaded.
Pretty good bunt right here by Derek Jeter. Manny Machado second guessing, thinking Jim Johnson might be able to get there. Got to be aggressive, at least getting out in that situation.
So the Yankees have loaded him up in the top of the ninth inning. Nobody out. Their 10th hit. Single by Ichiro. Dickerson running after the single by Chavez at second, and Jeter on at first. And Nick Swisher 0 for 4. 0 for his last 23. And a strike taken.
And Johnson humping up a little bit right there, 97 miles an hour.
Johnson is 2 for 2 in saves against the Yankees. This is the 7th game he's appeared in against them. No runs on 4 hits and 6 innings work. The 0-1. to short. Not hit hard. There's one. Relay. No. It is a one-run game. The RBI for Swisher and the fielder's choice. Ichiro scores. Hardy got the out at second over to Andino.
A nice pitch by Johnson to get that ground ball. J.J. Hardy gets it over to Robert Andino. Close play over there at first base. Mark Reynolds going to hang on to that ball, but Swisher just getting in there in time.
Wow, what a finish. There's only one away. The potential tying run now is at third base. Dickerson, the runner. Here is Teixeira with a 3 for 13 off Johnson. The infield will play for 2. Pitch is down low. Good stop made by Teagarden. Teixeira returning. Wouldn't you know it? First game back after missing 10. He got a double in the first inning. Grounded out, walked, and is struck out. Keep the double play in order. Swisher at first base. There is Dickerson. Johnson with a 1-0 delivery, and that will miss down low. Two-0 count on Teixeira. The delivery to him, that's there. And he was taking until a strike was thrown, and it goes to 2-1. Yankees had a 2-0 lead. The Orioles battled back to tie it in the second, 3-2, then 5-2, then 5-3, and now 5-4. 2-1 delivery. Strike. Teixeira nods yes. He knew it, but it was not a pitch he was going to hit.
Oh, great pitch. Jim Johnson throws a fastball on the outside corner, and this one starting off at Teixeira's hip and comes back over the inside corner of the plate. Only about 95, 96 miles an hour.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Runners off first and third. Teixeira grounds it foul. 46,000 plus on their feet. Orioles win. They tie the Yankees for first. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-2 delivery. Teixeira ground ball. Runner coming home. They got to turn 2. There's one. Relay. They got him. The Orioles win it. 5-4. A double play as close as it can possibly be. And the Orioles have a 5-4 win and win their 25th one-run ball game of the year and keep their perfect record alive when leading after 7.